There's three things that I think make up our Thanksgiving. No matter where we are, we're always sort of thinking of these things. One is good food.
We're gonna have some good food.
So the food is
Not
one
a pound.
thing. And then my mother, and when I was coming up, she always had us watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And so while cooking, we might have it on and just be able to, laugh. So that's the second thing. And then, do you know what the third thing is, babe? Always on Thanksgiving.
What, football?
Football.
Yeah.
Football.
Somebody catching a beat down this year.
The Lions got to pull through on this. So, historically, the Lions have not given us a good showing on Thanksgiving.
I know. My expectations have changed. My Detroit people out there, what up, though?
Welcome. This is For Better and Worth,
the podcast where we don't believe you have to sacrifice your relationship while you grow and build your net worth.
We are your hosts.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Ericka Young, and we're so glad you're joining us today.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. Hey, babe, how you doing?
I'm good. I feel better. Earlier today, I was not feeling it. I had to have my tea. I had to get my little self together because I felt like I was coming down with something, and I can't have that.
I know, especially going into the holidays. And I'm looking forward to some time off, so I'm going to need you to be at your best.
Yeah, okay. So you can have a good time, you need me at my best. Is that what's up? Like not because you want your wife to be at her best.
Of course, I want you to be at your best.
But you know how that sounds.
I want you to feel well, because then we can have fun together.
Yes.
While I'm off from work.
Well, I took my emergency, and I had my tea, and I think I'm going to take a bath.
That's awesome.
It's going to be great. So.
That's awesome.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Awesome. Life is good.
Good.
Been busy, but life is good.
Awesome. So we are talking about our holiday that is up. I was at church last night, and they had the young people already singing the Christmas songs. And I was like, I told them, I said, I'm out. I do not want to see this right now. I don't want to hear this right now. We got a whole nother month. So there is a holiday
prior to Christmas.
So I was like, I'm out. I don't want to hear nobody practicing.
I feel like people go from Halloween to Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you got to give thanks before you can be out. Mm-hmm. I mean, we going to be out celebrating the birth of our Lord.
But yes, it's like Thanksgiving needs to get its props.
Yes.
So
when you think about like the holiday, and I mean, what comes back to memory for you?
We used to go to grandma's house, and I didn't have a grandma who was a super great cook, but like, I'll be honest. I mean, my grandma Pooh was an amazing human. Early May was an amazing human, but she was not known for her cooking.
I think that is crazy.
But you know what's funny is...
Based on a holiday where we all focus on eating.
Yes. But no, everybody brought something. But I remember the way grandma's dressing was. I remember, honestly, a drier turkey. Wow. My mother is a better cook than grandma. And so, but anyway, grandma wasn't known for that. She was known for certain things, like her zucchini bread, for instance. Delicious and moist.
I think that's a universal grandma thing, because me and my grandmother used to make zucchini bread
She would
together.
grow her zucchini in her backyard.
Yep. And Grandma Elizabeth did that.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, grandma wasn't known for her cooking, but it was everybody being together, me being with my cousins and us just having a good time playing games. And yeah, we would eat, everybody brought something. Mm-hmm. All the aunts and all, they brought things. Now, my Aunt Nancy and Uncle Nate.
Well, Uncle Nate could cook.
Uncle Nate could throw down. Okay, so when he brought whatever it was that he brought, it was always delicious. Delicious. So, but it was just the time together. It was just being at grandma's house and being together for hours on end, not coming home till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And we would sit up underneath grandma and we would play games. We wouldn't necessarily like share stories. We would always give thanks. But it's just funny how the holiday that centers around food and a feast, a memory is that it was not like the thing my grandma did well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you still walked away with some good memories.
We always walked away with a full stomach too, because again, we had other people who did. But how about you? I feel like yours was a little different.
I don't know. I think it was very similar to yours.
But your people was cooking good. Like, I don't feel like you ever told me that.
Well, I mean, my people knew how to throw down. But we went to grandma's house too. Yeah. And it's funny how you think about like relationships and family. That matriarch is real. Like my grandma, we went to her house for Thanksgiving and
Did Grandma Liz
Christmas.
cook good?
Yeah, Grandma Liz could cook.
Okay.
And everybody cooked pretty well, pretty good. And we ate. When you think about memories, I have this one memory without fail. My uncle Amp. I remember he was always like a slim build, but he was like a garbage disposal.
He ate a lot?
He ate a ton.
Really?
And he would eat so much, and me and my cousins, we would eat so much, we would have to go and lay down on the floor.
You always say this. That's ridiculous.
I know. We would go lay down on the floor and be like, okay, I got to rest. I got to make room for more. We would go and take a intermission and then come back and eat more.
Listen, you do understand now as an adult?
Well, it's different now.
We're
not getting to that part yet.
That laying out does nothing to move the food anywhere else in your body.
Right. And I know now as an adult, that's not really good habits to put in place.
To overindulge.
You want to slow your roll. They say eat, give yourself 20 minutes to let your body catch up. But maybe that's what we were doing.
Anyway.
Giving ourselves the 20 minutes to let our bodies catch up.
I need to take a walk. Like a good walk in order to get this stuff moving because, the carb content we intake during Thanksgiving is wild.
And I don't know, as I think back and I even think about like, we talk a lot about relationships, like our relationship on the podcast, but family is not just about us. It's about what we create, what we were taught as we came along. And when I go back and I think back to like the relationships with family, it's one of those things where today a lot has changed. Grandma Elizabeth is gone. My mom, she's passed on. And, I've lost family members, so it's not the same. So we're creating new memories, new things as a family over the years. And so it's like, man, I think it just, at this time of year, I get nostalgic and think back like, wow, I miss such and such, or I miss this person or that person. And it becomes a little bit sad, but that's when those memories really become that much sweeter as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And I feel like our Thanksgiving hasn't always been traditional, like with us. Like when we lived somewhere else, we were more so in that place and we didn't really go anywhere else for Thanksgiving, but we've been traveling. And we've had some times where we would go back to Michigan or, we would be somewhere else for the holiday. And so that's what we're doing this year.
Look, I remember a few years ago, because we have been good financial stewards, we spent Thanksgiving in Costa Rica with us and the girls, and that was like, that was so much fun. It was a whole entirely different type of Thanksgiving. Like they didn't even have Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, well, we're doing something different. That was fun. And I think it's those types of memories that will last, and our family, the kids will remember those things versus some of the memories that we have, even though we've done things at home.
Yeah, that was actually, though, to also celebrate our daughter, graduating high school, and we wanted to, or was it college? Wait a minute. How much time has gone by, Chris? What year was it? No, it was high school.
It was high school.
It was high school. Yes, I think it was. I don't even know. That's crazy.
Terrible.
What year did we go to Costa Rica? Because we were coming back and the Ohio State-Michigan game was playing, and we was trying to figure out if we could watch it.
But we were watching it at the resort.
Yeah.
Because we were coming back from an excursion, and we were watching it at the resort.
I don't remember. Okay, so no.
That was like 3 years ago, wasn't it?
If it was 3 years ago, then she was graduating college.
It was college. That's what it was. It was college.
Lord have mercy.
It was actually, they both were graduating.
Yeah.
One high school, one college. So that was 3 years ago.
Yeah. So, wow, time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies.
It was fun, though.
It was.
It was a different kind of Thanksgiving, but we had us a ball.
Yeah. So, honestly, Thanksgiving brings a little bit of anxiety for me because there is this pressure to make sure everything is cooked well. So I'm the person who directs the food situation now because Mom.
I don't think I put that pressure on you.
No, it's just the pressure of Thanksgiving needing to be good food.
Right. Okay.
It's not you. It's just in general. And so it's like,
in general, you want Thanksgiving
everything has to be right. So this year we're doing something different too. We're going to Minnesota to see our daughter. And I'm like, okay, well, we have to have all the fixings, even though we're not at home.
She was trying to work us though.
Oh my gosh. So I was like, okay, here's the list. This is what we're eating. This is the list of groceries. And I wanted her to get the groceries. And how about she was like, okay, run me that $300.
It's like, hold on, we not buying groceries for the month.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
I bet she don't spend $300 on groceries in any given month.
No. She knew that it wasn't going to cost that much. She was trying to get over, okay? You raised a hustler.
I tell you, these kids, man. These kids are always trying to get over.
I know. So anyway, but she got the groceries, and so now I'm like, okay, we got to make sure that it still turns out right, even though I'm not in my own kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fine.
And we ordered a turkey instead of trying to make it.
Yeah.
Because that's where you come into play at Thanksgiving, is doing a good turkey.
I love smoking me a turkey on Thanksgiving. So, but whatever it is, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
We are going to be together as a family. And we're going to create new memories. We're going to have fun. And I think that's the biggest thing that I want people to focus on from this episode is like, you got to slow down sometimes. And you have to take a moment to, as they say, smell the proverbial roses. So you can enjoy family. You can create relationships with your extended family because the older I get, the more I realize the impact that family and familial relationships have on who we become as individuals. And so it's so important to just take the time to invest in those relationships. And as parents, it's so critical to me that we spend time nurturing the relationships with our adult children because the relationships shift from you being the one making all the decisions for your child and family to now you have to be more cognizant of your role has changed to more of an advice role.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I actually think that we're trying to, part of our tradition and keeping it interesting with our relationships with our girls, but also being very intentional is that, we're willing to do different things. We're willing to,
go there. Going there
yes.
is I told someone what we were doing. They were like, the kids always come to us. I was like, well, that's the way you do it.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we were intentional with going to her space at least once a year because she's, a single person out here in this world and it's far away. So like we're not able to like see her all the time. But in the past, when she was in marching band, we spent a Thanksgiving in Philadelphia because a marching band was.
I was gonna say that was fun.
It was fun. It was
rough.
It was rough and fun.
The rough is what I remember because we rode a bus. Yeah, and I was like,
yes.
I don't think I haven't been on a bus since then.
Yes.
I was like, no, thank you.
But the marching band also took us to California for another.
No. We flew to California.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the marching band, they were in another parade, and we went to California for Thanksgiving
where my
area.
focus is.
I know.
I was like, no, I'll meet you there.
There's no way we were going to drive that. But they all flew too. Everybody flew.
They did.
But so our Thanksgivings have been different, right? Because we've been willing to travel. Whereas a lot of people, they stay home for certain. They're like, I'm not going anywhere Thanksgiving or Christmas. We've been willing to like travel.
Look,
we've been to Texas a couple times for Thanksgiving.
That was fun too.
Yeah, so we've done different things.
We did drive that, and we realized that we're never driving that again.
No,
either.
That was 12 hours.
Yeah, no. I have a threshold, and those types of drives exceed my threshold.
Exactly.
But I think that comes in. We can't have a podcast where we don't talk about money.
Okay, what you about to say?
Thanksgiving, like, you have to put yourself in a position to be able to do some of those things. Mm-hmm. Because one, the meal itself is an expense. And like this year, the price of everything has gone up.
Do you know how much the turkey was?
You told me.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was pricey.
Because I used to be able to buy a turkey. Or my mother would do this, and sometimes I would get in on this deal too. You spend like $100 at the supermarket, and then they would give you
a free turkey.
And typically the turkey is $20-$25. Like it's not like a super huge turkey. So they would give it to you. They just want you to bring your business to their supermarket. So
smart advertising, smart marketing.
Yeah. So I splurged so that we didn't have to make a turkey this year.
Yeah. But like, as people plan, and we talk about the holidays, around the holidays, because I think people tend to forget that the holidays are coming and they don't appropriately budget and make preparation for it. But when you talk about the Thanksgiving meal with everything from start to finish, I mean, that can be a major expense for a lot of families. And now we're talking about adding on the expense of travel.
Yeah.
Because if you're buying plane tickets, that's travel. You have to have accommodations, so that's hotels or Airbnbs, which, this is a small like family vacation that
it is.
We're taking. And so I think people have to really be mindful around how they function and operate when you think about traveling for the holidays. And now you just compound that with the anxiety that's going to be present. One, we're traveling at the largest traveling day or season.
We're avoiding the biggest travel day.
Yes, we are, because we're leaving early and we're coming back after.
Yes, and last year we actually traveled on Thanksgiving and it was easy.
I was pretty surprised.
It was easy.
I was surprised at how easy it was on Thanksgiving. We just kind of like rolled in, and this year I think it's a little easier too because we have early flights.
Yes, but we are. Contending with the shutdown, like reopening and how that has affected air travel. So that was a contentious moment when we were like, what's our backup plan? Are we actually going to drive over 9.5 hours? And neither one of us wanted to do that.
I had to take a moment to just pause and be like, no, that's not the Lord.
Yeah. So, but I think that as a believer, we tend to see Thanksgiving as I think we make it a Christian holiday. I'll be honest. I think we make it that because originally what Thanksgiving was founded on, was the native peoples of the land were, you know, thankful for what the ground has produced, and they're able to eat, you know, a feast. And so celebrating that. And I do think that, you know, we have shifted it to thank you, Lord, for this, that, and the other. And it both can be true.
Yeah.
But I think we do need to respect the reason that we actually even have this holiday.
I would agree with that, but I think it's more, I don't know, the literal. I found myself, I was going to a meeting this morning, and I don't know, you know, I spent time praying, and I was just in an attitude of gratitude, just being thankful. And I was thinking about, like, just, you know, I'm thankful for so much. And I think we have to take the opportunity in the moment to really recognize, like, how blessed we are, even when you're struggling. And I'll just say, like, as people say, well, you don't know what my situation is, and there's always someone out there who's in a worse situation than you. And I remember when we went on a missions trip, and what we saw in Haiti, I was like, the person who lives almost the worst in the U.S. lives the best
compared to them.
Compared to some of the things that we saw. So I always reflect back on that and think about, man, I'm just so thankful. I'm so grateful of how we get to live and the blessings that we have in our life. And I
think we always have something to be grateful for. I think that one of the things that's hard is when you live in a place where so much is in abundance, it is easy to, you know, overlook all of the blessings that you have, or all of the things that you have to be thankful for.
It's easy to get lost in that.
It is.
We major on the minors. And, you know, I talk about that all the time. We make a big deal about so much small stuff when they're really first world problems. Now, I'm not going to diminish the fact that there are people out there with real problems, like people who are having difficulty eating. In these times where people are, you know, either losing jobs, or with the government shutdown, you know, people weren't getting paid. So that's a whole different type of thing. And there's, you know, seems like we have a epidemic of mental health outbreaks, and that causes people to spiral in different ways. So I recognize all of those things, but there's still a lot to be thankful for.
Absolutely. So I think my one thing of encouragement is just to make sure that you take some time during this season to get quiet and get clear about what you're thankful for, because that's important. So, and I've thought about it. So I know I'm going to put you on the spot, but I'll start first. What I'm thankful for is simple, but I am really thankful that our family is doing well overall. We've had some rough years, you know, with our extended family, and some losses in our family. And this year, everybody is well. Everybody is well. And in particular, about a month ago, our oldest said, "Mom, I'm really happy." And I'm thankful that my baby is happy. So, and I feel like it represents that 2025 has been a year that has been on the uptick overall in a lot of different ways.
You got to be happy when your kids talk about how they're happy. And they're not looking for anything. They're looking for nothing. Like, she's just enjoying this ride, you know, in life, with good friends and relationships that she's developed. And, you know, our youngest, she may not say that, but I can tell that she is in a really good place and space, and grinding it out, you know, finishing up at college. But
so what would you say is the thing that you're thankful for?
You know, this has been a good year. You know, we are in a new phase of life, like really entering that full empty nest portion of life. And, you know, it's been interesting figuring each other out again. But we have fun, you know, and I'm thankful for that. Work has been great. We have fun on the podcast. And, you know, life has just been, I would say simple. And I'm thankful for that because I deal with a lot of complex stuff at work.
You try and share with me, and then my eyes gloss over.
Yeah, but like sometimes simplicity is good. You know, simplicity is good because that means nothing is necessarily going wrong. And I know we may focus a lot on what's going wrong, but in the simple moments, to me, that's when things are going right.
Yeah.
You know, when people aren't calling, like, you know, up in arms or whatever, I feel like those are the key times and the key moments. And so I'm always like, woo,
yeah,
good stuff, you know, good times.
So I want to get back to Thanksgiving Day itself. There's 3 things that I think make up our Thanksgiving, no matter where we are.
Okay.
We're always sort of thinking of these things. One is good food.
We're going to have some good food.
Okay.
No matter where we're at.
We're going to figure that out. And I'm so glad that our daughters actually cook. So, woo. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, good food. And these are things that we typically don't have all the time, right? Like,
yeah,
you know.
The traditional Thanksgiving food, we cook like once a year.
So let's talk about it. First of all, the food. So the 3 things, the first thing is the food. So the turkey.
Yeah. I might miss having, you know, my smoked turkey this year.
It's going to be Cajun fried.
I know, but you know, I take pride in brining my turkey so it's moist.
You want to do it for Christmas?
No, it might be snow outside.
I know that's right.
You know, I'm not trying to deal with that.
I'm not either. So,
but it's always I like grilling and smoking, and so when I can, you know, I like to put my skills on display.
Oh my gosh.
You know, just like
you're gonna miss it
a little bit because then you know I inject the turkey and I put all the seasoning on. I put it on my smoker and
you're reminiscing.
I'm just like. I did that. That's me right there.
It's you've done some good work. You've done some good work, babe.
Break my elbow.
You want to? I know, right? Exactly. Dang, goodness. But so we do all the fixings: the macaroni and cheese, the dressing, greens. Although I don't know if we're gonna do greens this year. Yeah, we'll see. Whatever she can find.
It'll be what it'll be.
Whatever she can find. And Olivia does a great sweet potato cornbread. Woo!
Yeah.
And sweet potatoes.
I'll tell you right now.
We're going to have sweet potato everything. It's going to be turkey and sweet potato and then sweet potato pie.
I'll tell you right now. I'm doing things in moderation. You know, I'm going to go slow.
Yeah.
This year.
Me too. Although we do need our food, the turkey needs to be gone by the time we leave.
Yes, but I'm going to go slow. I'm going to be a grazer, so keep my situation together.
I know that's right, because I ain't trying to gain no weight this holiday. so the food is
not
one
a
thing.
Pound.
And then my mother, and you know, when I was coming up, she always had us watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And so while cooking, we might have it on and just be able to, you know, laugh. Honestly, now as an adult, we laugh at all of these little different floats that they have going by. But it's so fun. I
remember as a kid and growing up in Detroit, we would go to the parade. We would go downtown to the parade and see it and then get back home. Or, you know, I remember that. It was always fun.
We didn't do a lot of going to the parade on Thanksgiving Day. We did it a couple times. But as a band parent, I got back into that because Faith, you know, was in the band. So that's the second thing. And then, do you know what the third thing is, babe? Always on Thanksgiving.
What, football?
Football.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, because the Lions play. So
Yeah.
Somebody catching a beat down this year.
I hope so. The Lions got to pull through on this one.
A few games have been a little referees.
Little suspect.
There's been some suspect activity on those refs. So, but somebody catching a beat down today or on Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I think specifically Green Bay. We owe you all.
Yeah, for sure. So you know, historically, the Lions have not given us a good showing on Thanksgiving.
My expectations have changed because You know, we took a lot of L's on Thanksgiving. Okay, the Lions play on Thanksgiving 40 years and 35 losses.
I know, it's terrible. It's so bad. So
but we are a faithful.
Yeah.
We are a faithful fandom.
Yes, you are the most faithful fan of the Lions.
Stay true.
You do, and I'm with you most of the time. I only really want to see one quarter.
To my Detroit people out there, what up, though?
You are so the Lions fan. Oh my gosh. Love. So anyway, but that's the other piece. I'm hopeful. I know it's gonna be cold, but I would love to get in a walk. I would love to get in a walk so I can feel better about what I'm gonna eat, because I'm gonna eat. Okay.
Look. I just hope that anybody who's watching this on YouTube or listening, to the podcast, just remember, relationships are about more than just you and your significant other. It's about family. It's about community that you create. It's about friends and friendships. And I'm excited because our daughter has some of her friends coming to spend, kind of a, Thanksgiving.
We're doing
with us.
Friendsgiving before Thanksgiving so we can eat off the Thanksgiving food for the rest of the week.
While we're away.
I think that is genius.
Yeah, and I like that she feels good enough to invite several friends over to come and spend time with us because we're the cool parents.
I hope so.
So
I mean, I try and be a cool parent. But when you have to say you're when you have to say you're the cool parent, it's likely you might not be. So somebody else needs to say that you're the cool parent.
Okay.
I know they're going to say you the cool parent, Chris.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that you're not.
Oh, okay. I was just checking because that's what it sounded like you were insinuating. That's
not what I was saying.
That I'm not the cool parent.
But yeah, you just have to let somebody else say it.
Okay. Well, it's been said before, so
I'm
just reaffirming what has been said.
Who said it, babe?
Her other friend. Look, she took me to a Halloween party last year.
She did.
They were like, your dad is so cool. I was like, I do what I'm gonna let it do what it do, baby.
Not Ray Charles. Not, say it again, babe.
No. It's the moment is past now.
Oh man, you and your impressions got me messed up. Anyway, so what would you say is your make it worth it moment?
Don't major on the minors. Don't make a big deal out of small things. Just enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, take a moment and refresh. And just reflect on what you really do have to be thankful for, because we all have so much that we can find to be thankful for. Mm-hmm. So what about you? What would you say is your make it worth it?
Think outside the box on what tradition means, So I definitely think everybody should take a moment and consider what they are thankful for beyond the food. But also just know that, we have spent Thanksgiving in a myriad of different ways and still feel like
different places.
Yeah, we still feel like we have created the tradition of ensuring our family is first. So
they say home is where the heart is.
And
wherever
we create
that
home
is. Yep.
wherever we are.
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, look, just from us, For Better and Worth, and from Chris and Ericka, we just say happy Thanksgiving to you all. And until next time,
we're out.
Thank you for spending some of your time with us today.
We appreciate all of your support. So be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you listen to this podcast.
You can find us on Instagram at For Better and Worth.
And sign up to receive our free guide, The 7 Reasons Your Money Relationship Isn't Working with Your Partner, on forbetterandworth.com.
Until next time, we're out of here.